Hello, Master Control. This is Connor speaking. Can you hear me? Left 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello and welcome to Christie Park, the Arctic Circle. It's a beautiful afternoon, but it's getting very, very windy here for this round 6 NPL New South Wales women's clash between the Gladesville Ravens and Manly United. It is going to be a very interesting match coming up because we don't know what to expect, particularly from Gladesville, who are coming into this match with 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. Yep, too easy. Happy with that. Thanks, Master Control. Round 6 of NPL New South Wales Women's brings us to Christie Park, aka the Arctic Circle, for this 5 o'clock fixture between the home side, the Gladesville Ravens, who come into this match 11th on the premiership table with 1 win, 2 draws and 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses, going up against Manly United, 5th on the premiership table. They've had 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss, and they would love to get a win today to hopefully boost themselves back into the top 4. Good afternoon, Connor McNally with you. It's great to have your company on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for a must-win match for both these sides, especially for Gladesville. They're at the bottom end of the premiership table at the moment, nowhere near the relegation zone at the moment, which is currently being held by Spirit FC, who have suffered their 6th straight loss after losing this afternoon 4-0 to the Macarthur Rams. So that has been the one match that's been played already so far this afternoon, and the match played last night, it was the Western Sydney Wanderers beating the Northern Tigers at North Turramurra 2-0 in that match to kick off round number 6. It's been a beautiful day here in northern Sydney, but getting very cold now, as we love to call the Arctic Circle here in Macquarie Park. Let's go through the 2 sides that will be taking part today. Firstly, the visitors from the Northern Beaches, Manly United, coached by Tom Hoakley. This is the starting 11. Jodie Driver is in the goalkeeper position, number 1. Phoebe Gilbane in number 2. Nicole Stewart, number 5. Ruby Jackson is back in the starting lineup as the captain in jersey 6. Chloe O'Brien in jersey 7. Alexia Fauna in jersey number 10. Lucy Richardson 11. Brindley Gentle comes into the starting 11 in jersey 12. Ariella Cabellas in jersey number 17. Jersey number 19, Hallie Smith, and Sarah Whelan, jersey 26. The substitutes, Grace Arnold, number 3. Anita Zorden, number 8. Sarah Moore, 13. Gemma Swetnam in number 14. And number 28 is Mackenzie Jeffs, 31 is Chelsea McCready, and 37 is Kayla Osborne. For Gladesville, coached by Lauren Phelps, is their starting 11. Eliza Coleman, the goalkeeper, in number 1. Keisha Allen, number 4. Gisela Pepino in number 6. Cora Villa, number 7. Hannah McNulty, number 10. Morgan Roberts, number 11. And also the captain for today's match, Angelina Scamadella, number 12. Teal Kilbride in number 14. Lena Camus, the veteran and the experienced player in this side, in number 19. Laura Matag in number 36, and Miku Sanaga in number 39. The substitutes are the captain, it's Annabelle Gaxo, who's usually the captain for the Gladesville Ravens. She'll start from the bench today. The substitutes in number 3, Annie Halls, number 8, Callie Shannon, number 17. The substitute goalkeeper, number 18, Michaela Kent, Natalie Sproul, 21, Phoebe Riley, 33, and Altea Levy in number 42. Today's referee is Lara Hogan, with Grace Williams and Oliver Corey, the assistant referees. Manly in their traditional blue home strip with the red stripe down the centre will be running left to right of your monitor for this first half, heading towards the canteen and dressing room side of the field, whilst it will be Gladesville, the home side, running right to left of your monitors. They'll be heading towards the M2 on the northern side. So as the sun starts to set here at Christie Park, we're underway in this round 6 fixture, and Manly kicking off. It was a good kick too by Ruby Jackson. Good to see her back on the field after some time away. The fort been held brilliantly by Phoebe Gilbane, who's been the captain for the opening 5 rounds of the season, as the ball has been played by Gladesville through Lena Camus. And now the ball to be taken by Scamadella. She looks to get around Manly. A bit of pushing and shoving around Sarah Whelan, but they keep possession of the ball, Gladesville. Scamadella once more. As Manly starting to push up with some attack there. Now it will be taken by Whelan. A bit of... Scamadella says sorry about that. As Gilbane trying to steal the ball away from Pepino, formerly of Apia Leichhardt, joining Gladesville this season. And Manly have possession of the ball. Opening minute done. We're into the 2nd minute of play here at Christie Park. We'll give you around the ground scores throughout the afternoon and evening in the women's matches, plus also in the NPL New South Wales men's fixtures as well. We'll give you updates with the full-time scores that have already completed this round 6 well, it's actually round 10 in the competition. So the men's have reached the first third of the competition, as Manly will now look to play the advantage near the 18-yard box. It's been struck, and they'll be chased by Whelan, challenged there by Gladesville through Scamadella, and that will be a goal kick to Gladesville. Well, whilst we've got this quick break and play, let's go through the full-time scores in the NPL New South Wales men's. Last night, Marconi, an absolute demolition of SD Raiders, 6-1. Well called by my colleague Nicholas Kutniak out at Marconi Stadium. Uni of New South Wales and RPA Leichhardt getting a 1-1 draw as Gisela Pepino strucks it down to Hannah McNulty, being chased by Phoebe Gilbane. Gilbane will take the ball. Will kick it down to Hallie Smith, challenged by Sanaga. Smith was looking to pass it to Sarah Whelan. That will go out and it will be a Gladesville ball. So Gladesville now with a bit of momentum. Pepino with the free header. And now Alexia Fauna, who scored that brilliant goal against the Northern Tigers in round 1, passes it down to Lucy Richards. Lucy Richards, it is indeed. Stolen away by Gladesville, back through Pepino. Sanaga now with the ball. Scarmadella settles the ball, settles the play. Now weighs up her options. She looks to get around Whelan. Goes to the eastern side now of the field. He played there by Till Kilbride. Sanaga strikes it. They've got some open space here, Gladesville. Through McNulty. McNulty will strike, blocked beautifully there by Jodie Drever. And it will be the first corner of the match to Gladesville. And it will be Gisela Pepino who will take the corner. As I said before, first season with Gladesville after playing successfully for RPA Leichhardt. Made 2 grand finals with RPA. She comes in to strike it. Oh no. Oh no, that is a cardinal sin. An own goal by Manly gives Gladesville the early lead. And it was through Ruby Jackson, who was trying to deflect that one away, but instead it goes into Manly's own goal, and Gladesville have the early advantage. It looks like it may have came off a Gladesville leg there too. Regardless, it's a Gladesville goal and they lead. Gladesville Ravens 1, Manly United 0. And that was scored in the 3rd minute. Pepino now. It's stolen back by Chloe O'Brien. Oh, check that again. Yeah, Ruby Jackson not happy with herself. So an own goal there by Manly gives Gladesville the lead. And they'll have the ball now with a throw-in on the eastern side. Well, that'll please Lauren Phillips, the coach for Gladesville, to get this early advantage. They're looking to get a win over Manly. And try and deny the Northern Beaches side a chance to move inside the top 4. Gentle now with the ball. Pass it to Smith. Whelan been chasing it, as does Scarmadella. But stolen away by Gladesville. It will go out. It will be a... Well, I'm just looking at the assistant referee. I thought it was a Gladesville throw-in, but it's been taken by Manly. And Gladesville rightly are protesting that decision. It will be a goal kick to Gladesville nonetheless. They still have that possession. Pepino plays the advantage in her favour. Now pass it to McNulty. There's McNulty now. She'll have she's looking for someone. It's Camus, but it's been caught safely there. It was actually Laura Murtagh that Pepino passed it to, but then it was back to McNulty. And McNulty looking to try and get Gladesville further ahead. Sanaga now. Blocked by O'Brien. Back down to Brinley Gentle. No Emily Minute today. But Gentle deserving to be in the starting 11 for Manly United. Spoke to her before the start of the match, and Brinley was excited. Feels more settled now after the first couple of rounds playing for Manly United. Of course, she made her debut for Manly in round 1 against MacArthur Rams, where they finished with a 1-1 draw. And she scored 3 goals in her second game for Manly against Sydney Olympic out at the Crest Oval, out at Bass Hill, back in round 2. Seems like a long time ago. But she's made her mark already. Brinley Dental as Smith and Pepino challenge for the ball. Trips over, does Smith. There will be a Manly throw-in. Some protestations there by Smith to referee Lara Hogan. Lara says play on. Cabayas. Challenge there with Lena Camus. Great to see Lena playing for Gladesville this year after playing for the Western Sydney Rangers last year, formerly Mount Druitt Town Rangers. And don't be surprised if we see her sister Shamiran Camus come into the side once A-League Women's finishes up for season 2026. Another corner, and it will be taken by Pepino once more. Blocked away, struck by Camus, but it will go over the top of the crossbar. The idea was good by Camus, but the execution just wasn't in the right place. It will be a goal kick to Manly United. So back to the scores full time, plus around the grounds. Marconi's 6, SD Raiders 1, as I mentioned before. Apia, Leichhardt and Uni of New South Wales getting a 1-1 draw earlier this afternoon. We should also say congratulations to Claudio Fabiano, who played his 100th game for the Uni of New South Wales this afternoon. Congratulations, Claudio. You will see him co-host the FIFA World Cup coverage on SBS starting on June 12. All 104 games on SBS and SBS On Demand. The other matches, Sydney Olympic losing to Manly United 1-0, and Sutherland beating Rockdale Illingdon 3-1. Around the grounds, Blacktown City and Wollongong 1-1 at the time we went to air. Western Sydney Wanderers leading 1-0 over Spirit FC. Sydney FC leading St George FC 4-2 as Manly have possession of the ball now. Ball attempted to be stolen there by Morgan Roberts. He's wearing the captain's band this afternoon. It was last year at the Arctic Circle. During late last year, she scored a brilliant goal against Sydney University. Open space now. As Pepino's trying to chase to Chloe O'Brien. Has to kick it back to Jodie Drever. Pepino's really applying the pressure, as is Hannah McNulty, formerly of the Northern Tigers. And also Apia. Sinaga lets that ball go. Be played now by Gentle. Fauna down to the to Gilbane. Looking to get around McNulty. I'm very impressed by how much pressure Gladesville are applying to Manly at the moment. It comes off McNulty's feet. It will go out. It will be a Manly throw-in. Chloe O'Brien was trying to kick that one away. O'Brien gets through the feet of McNulty. That was a good pass too. Down to Jackson, the captain. To Gilbane, but that one goes out. Throw into Gladesville through Scarmadella. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. As Gladesville lead this one after 11 minutes of play, 12 minutes in now. Gladesville 1, Manly 0. A couple of free headers. Camus was looking to head of that one. It'll be down to Sarah Whelan, but that will go out and Scarmadella will bring it back in for the home side. Pepino, good kick. Over to Camus, free header. Fauna mistimes that, but she headers it down to Whelan. Back to Gilbane. Been calling her the captain for the last few weeks. Now to Cabayas. but will find the feet of Gladesville instead. Here's a chance for Camus. Open space. Oh, and she mistimes it. Caught brilliantly by Drever. Almost putting Gladesville in front 2-0. But denied. Get the ball back, Gladesville. Struck by Murtagh, but finds Cabellas instead. Smith being challenged there by Morgan Roberts, I'm sorry. Now down to Scamadella. She has to pass it back to Eliza Coleman. Pepino and Gilbane challenge, and Pepino falls over in the process. Fauna now, who scored a goal against the Tigers, tried to get around the feet there of Kesha Allen, but foul conceded by Manly. It will be a free kick to Gladesville. So matches happening right now. We'll give you all around the ground scores throughout the afternoon in NPL New South Wales Women's. So matches happening right now. Western Sydney taking on RPA Leichhardt, the competition leaders who remain undefeated after 5 rounds. Illawarra taking on Bulls FC Academy. And then a match that we've got here now, Gladesville against Manly, and then it will be Hills United at Valentine Sports Park against Sydney University, as Whelan looking to get around Scamadella. Will find Smith. Here's a chance now. Struck there by Lucy Roberts, but that will go over the top of the crossbar. Goal kick to Gladesville. That's the first strike there for Manly, but not quite on target. And the match to round out round 6 of NPL New South Wales Women's see Sydney Olympic taking on the Uni of New South Wales out at the Crest Oval in Bass Hill. All matches you can watch on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. It's real football homegrown throughout season 2026. Headed freely there by Gladesville. They played the advantage. Now, McNulty chips it over, looking for Pepino. Challenged there by O'Brien, and Drever saves the day for Manly. Cabellas. It's been a solid start for Gladesville. They lead after 14 minutes of play into the 15th minute. Played now by Whelan. Whelan will dribble it up, gets around Kesha Allen. McNulty steals it back. Pepino. Down to Sinaga. Down to Murtagh. Was looking for Morgan Roberts. But that goes a little too far for Roberts to chase, and then it'll be a goal kick to Manly United. Well, earlier this afternoon I got a chance to catch up with Gladesville's Kiko Tanaka, who sadly was injured in the second round of the season with an ACL injury, and it was supposed to be her 7th season, but she only got, for playing here in Australia, but only got as far as round 2, got injured in the 17th minute of round 2 against Sydney University. So that has sadly ended her season, but she's in very good spirits, I'm pleased to say. She's in a brace at the moment, but she's happily moving, and she's happy to be here today supporting Gladesville. She'll be looking to go back to Japan in around May to have her ACL operated on. As there was some pressure applied there by Brinley Gentle, headed back, free headed by Manly to Whelan. Fauna down to Gilbane. Challenged there by McNulty. Gilbane gets around McNulty, plays the advantage, but struck there by Scamadella. Back into Gilbane's feet. But that will be a free throw into Gladesville. As I said, Tanaka looking to have her operation back in Japan. She'll be back in Sydney later in the year, where she'll have some rehabilitation and then get back to training for next season with Gladesville. She's very confident that she'll be back for another season of football here in Australia, and we can't wait to see Kiko Tanaka back on the field in 2027. Throw into Gladesville now. Free headed by Gilbane back to Scamadella, but unfortunately, well, it comes off Whelan. Down to Pepino, playing the advantage, trying to get around Cabellas. Cabellas looking to challenge. Good pass too, down to McNulty. Now she's looking for Roberts. Roberts passes it to Snaga, but that's just mistimed there. Doesn't go anywhere near the goal there. And that'll be a goal kick to Manly United. Good to see more Hannah McNulty really enjoying herself out on the field right now. First season for Gladesville after playing for Apia Leichhardt last year, joining her teammate from Apia, Gisela Pepino, to play for Gladesville. And of course, prior to that, she played 3 seasons for the Northern Tigers. She's also played in A-League Women's for Canberra United in the 23-24 season, where she played the role of defender. Has scored 15 goals in NPL New South Wales Women since 2022. Her most recent was against the Western Sydney Rangers in round 3. She's also a bit of a handy spinner on the discs as a DJ as well. She loves her house music, so it's good to see Hannah's talents not just on the football field, but also in music. McNulty, speaking of which, being challenged there by Phoebe Gilbane. Gilbane plays the advantage, down to Smith. She'll have open space. Passes it now to Brinley Gentle. Gentle looking to get around Scamadella. Back to Smith. Blocked there successfully by Gladesville. That'll be a Manly throw-in. There'll be another throw into Manly United. Whilst we're waiting for play to get back underway, quickly check around the ground scores in NPL New South Wales Women's for those that are following along. And of course, we've also got a men's match happening right now between Sydney United 58 and St George City. Currently 25 minutes gone, 26 minutes into the match. 0-0 between Sydney United and St George City. McNulty trying to kick it over the top there of Gilbane, but unfortunately comes off near the head there, around the shoulders of Gilbane. It goes out, and that'll be a Gladesville goal kick. So in the match between Western Sydney and Apia Leichhardt, a red card already for the Western Sydney Rangers, down to 10 players, but the score remains after 17 minutes of play, 0-0. Whilst Pepino, Fred headers it over the top, looking for Sinaga, been headed back by Caballas. Be played there by Lena Camus, been chased now by Murtagh, but it's been deflected away by Gilbane, and that'll be a throw into Gladesville. The match between Illawarra and MacArthur currently sees after in the 31st minute Illawarra and Bulls FC Academy. My apologies. Bulls FC and Illawarra 0-0 the score. Pepino passes it down to Scamadella. Here's a chance now for Camus. Camus trying to strike, but that will go past the left goal post. And it'll be a corner kick actually for Gladesville. "20 minutes gone into the 21st minute of play. Can Gladesville go 2 up? McNulty now with the corner kick. Oh, beautiful! That was just golden by Gladesville, and they do go 2 up. And Manly are on the ropes after 21 minutes of play. Gladesville Ravens 2, Manly United 0. And just having a look at that again. Oh, that was just plum. That was Lena Camus. So she adds another goal to her tally for this season. Brilliant. So Tom Hobley has some work to do for Manly right now, as do the girls on the field. I don't think he'd be too happy with the scoreline at this point, and there's still a long way to go. A brilliant free header by Lena Camus extends the lead for Gladesville right now. So if you're a Gladesville fan, you'd be very happy. That was a good corner kick by Hannah McNulty.
Yep, strong.
Sanaga deflects that one away. Gets around Lucy Richards. It's now being chased by Pepino, as does Cabayas. Cabayas passes it back to Jackson. Well, age shall not weary Lena Camus at 40 years of age, that's certainly for sure. As was mentioned before, joining after 2 seasons. A strike now by Gilbane. Kicked away by Gladesville. Come back to Lena in just a moment, as Whelan now being challenged by McNulty. Comes off McNulty's feet, but back to Fauna. Now to Gilbane. Oh, mistimed by Nicole Stewart, who scored 2 goals very recently against the Western Sydney Rangers last week in round 5 of the competition. Fauna. Back to O'Brien. Some open space, she dribbles it up to the halfway. Camus ready to try and steal it, but she holds fort. Scamadella has to kick that one out on the western side, and that'll be a throw into Manly United. Mentioned before about Camus, 40 years of age, first season with Gladesville after playing last year for the Western Sydney Rangers, 2 seasons in fact. Here comes Gilbane, she was looking to strike that, but finds Pepino instead. Fauna steals it, she'll have a go herself. She tried last week, but that goes just brushing to the left of the goalpost there. Fauna scored a very similar goal against the Northern Tigers at Cromer Park back in round 3. And I said at the time, Alexia Fauna take a bow. She certainly took a bow back in round 3. And she jokingly said when I spoke to her before the match, I said, I'll try another one for you today. Well, she almost got on target. Cabayas wins that one for Manly, but that will go out and will be brought back in by Morgan Roberts. Now for Camus, she played for Western Sydney in the 2024 season that promoted them from Football New South Wales League 1 into NPL last season. And of course they did make finals football last year, having finished 4th in the regular season in the Premiership. Injury now for Gladesville. Looks like it's Laura Murtagh. But she's up and she's okay. That's the good news. During her time in A-League Women's for Lena Camus, she played 94 games for Sydney FC, where she won 3 premierships and also the 2009 championship. She's also played for the Western Sydney Wanderers, as there'll be a free kick to be taken by Gladesville. Can they go 3 up? Come in. Camus. Oh! Going over the top of the head, there was Drever. Camus grabbed her head for a moment, but she's okay, and will be struck long by Manly. Was looking for Brinley Gentle. Gentle has it, trying to keep it in play, and it will be a Manly ball. As the sun starts to fade here and the floodlights take effect here at Christie Park, aka the Arctic Circle, it will now be Smith that will play the ball. Down to Cabayas. Down to Ruby Jackson, but it'll be a throw into Gladesville. Well, we know Manly love a challenge, and they're not afraid to put their bodies on the line when the chips are down. Can we see a comeback at some stage during the match? There's the advantage looking to be played, but that will go out on the eastern side. Throw into Gladesville. And they have the advantage already, 2-0. An own goal by Manly for Ruby Jackson, then the header, the free header from that corner by Hannah McNulty to Lena Camus. Keeps them in front. Down to McNulty. Gets around Gilbane. Advantage played by Scamadella. She dribbles it up, looking to get past Whelan. Whelan steals the ball, but it goes back to McNulty. Down now to Kilbride. To Roberts, the captain for Gladesville this afternoon. Trying to keep that in play, that it will go out and will be a free throw into Gladesville. Advantage played, but O'Brien strikes it hard. Looking to try and play the advantage there was Cora Villa. Well, if Gladesville get the win this afternoon, it will definitely be a confidence booster and will definitely elevate them up the order in the NPL New South Wales Women's Premiership as Pepino plays the advantage for Gladesville. Looking for Camus, trying to strike it herself, but we'll find the feet of Jodie Drever for Manly. 29th minute of play, still Gladesville 2-0, leading over Manly United as Gentle plays the advantage for Manly. Looking to find Fauna, but will find Roberts instead. Smith, O'Brien, lets that bounce on her chest. Back to Gentle, a bit of a challenge there with Kesha Allen. Stewart now being challenged by Roberts. Cabayas. Dribbles it up to Smith. Had to react quickly, but foul conceded by Gladesville for offside. Free kick to Manly United. So we're approaching the half-hour mark of this match. Round 7 next week for both these sides. As Gentle has been challenged by Gladesville. Down to Whelan, down to Gilbane. We'll come back to the fixtures in a moment. Gilbane dribbles it up to the 18-yard box. Passes it now to Whelan. Being challenged by Scamadella. Scamadella trying to steal that one back, but beautifully blocked there by Whelan. She's trying to get around Scamadella. Down to O'Brien. Gilbane. She's been smothered by Gladesville. And that'll be a Gladesville ball. So next week, Gladesville take on the Uni of New South Wales next Sunday afternoon at the Village Green at the Uni of New South Wales. Challenges for the ball. We're saying who's got the throw in. It will be a Gladesville throw in. And it will be Scamadella that will bring it back in. Whilst for Manly United, they'll be playing at home next Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock against Hills United, last year's Football New South Wales League One premiers and champions. Pepino steals it away for Gladesville. Strikes it long. He's looking for Murtagh. Now it'll be Camus. She has a go, but unfortunately doesn't have enough power to get past Drever, and Drever saves the day once again for Manly. 30 minutes gone, approaching 31-minute mark, going into minute 32. Other matches to come next week sees RPA taking on Sydney Olympic. That'll be next Sunday afternoon at 2:15 out at Lambert Park in Leichhardt. Bulls FC Academy taking on the Western Sydney Wanderers. At the moment, we see RPA, Western Sydney Wanderers, the Uni of New South Wales and Bulls FC in that top 4 spot, in those top 4 spots. So definitely a second against fourth. Currently, that's going to be a tasty match. Sydney University taking on the MacArthur Rams out at Sydney University football ground, and the Western Sydney Rangers take on the Northern Tigers at Popondetta Park. You can follow all the action on NPL New South Wales footballnewsouthwales.com.au for all the fixtures, news and updates throughout all the competitions in Football New South Wales, both men and women. And, of course, the youth competitions as well. Scarmadella was looking to find Pepita, but finds the feet there of Manly. Fauna. Whelan was protesting that she was being obstructed there. Whelan will dribble it up, but it's been stolen away by Sanaga. Sanaga trying to get around and pass it to Scarmadella, trying to get through the feet of Whelan, but it goes off the feet of Whelan and out, and that'll be a goal kick to Gladesville. Good healthy crowd here at Christie Park this afternoon. Gladesville looking to get a win after losing in the under-23 match earlier this afternoon to Manly United, 2-0. They would love to get a win in the first grade to help their cause in the first grade competition as Whelan gets around Murtagh. O'Brien passes it back now to Drivers. Camus looking to try and steal that away. Smith. Like to see Gilbane was calling for the ball. Now Fauna. She steals it away. Long kick looking for Nicole Stewart. But kicked away long on the eastern side by Morgan Roberts. For Morgan Roberts, well, it's a second season for the Gladesville Ravens, having played for Spirit FC previously, where she scored 26 goals in 3 seasons for Spirit. Joined the team in round 9 last year. Speaking of Roberts, he's looking to get around Smith, but that will go out and will be a throw into Manly. And Roberts scored 5 goals since joining the Ravens. The most recent was against Illawarra in the final round of last season. One of those 5 goals was one of the games I called last year, and that was against Sydney University, as its ball's been struck there by Stewart for Manly, but it's been safely collected by Eliza Coleman. Well, Manly's opportunities to shoot on target have not been forthcoming at the moment compared to Gladesville, as Whelan steals it away, and she'll now pass it to Smith. Being challenged now by McNulty. Scarmadella applying the pressure now. In fact, it's Coravilla applying the pressure. Camus coming in to try and steal that away from Ruby Jackson, and she falls over in the process, and she's grabbing her ankle, but Lena apologises, and that'll be a foul conceded by Gladesville. Free kick to Manly United as they look to try and get themselves on the board here and try and claw a goal back from the home side. Some instructions being... She's going to come off the field and get treated, so Manly will be temporarily down one player, as Fauna will now line up the free kick. Set play in place for both sides. As Fauna comes in, strikes it long. Headed away freely by Gladesville. Cabayas now with the ball. She'll strike it long. Was looking for Whelan. Played there by Laura Murtagh. Great to see Laura back in NPL New South Wales Women's as well. Previously played for the MacArthur Rams, where she won 2 premierships for the Rams. Pepino now strikes it long, but finds the feet there of Cabayas, who blocks it successfully. She'll play it, dribble it now to Jackson. Jackson has, in fact, it's Gilbane, I'm sorry, down to Fauna. Fauna sizing up her options down to Whelan, and call was offside. Free kick to Gladesville. As I said, Murtagh, first season for the Ravens, and it's her first season back after a two-year stint away from the game. And as I mentioned before, for Laura, she played for the MacArthur Rams and was a part of their premiership and championship success in seasons 22 and 23, where she scored also 15 goals for the MacArthur Rams. She scored only 1 goal to date since returning to football in NPL level, and that was in round 3 against the Western Sydney Rangers. into the final 10 minutes of play, approaching the 37th minute. There'll be a throw-in by Manly United. Whelan was looking to pass it to Jackson. It'll be played by Pepino. Here comes Camus. Defends that one successfully. Getting around that one was Gilbane, but it's down to McNulty. McNulty has possession. Looking to get around to Cabayas, in fact. Now it's Gilbane. Gilbane will now pass it to Jackson. Jackson will now look to find Hallie Smith. Now it's Whelan. She'll dribble it up, getting around Scarmadella. Well played as well. She'll now pass it. She was looking to find Gentle, but it's been kicked away by Gladesville. Down to Cabayas once more. Fauna. Pass it down to Gilbane and she'll go to Whelan. Gets around McNulty. Good pass there. Fauna strikes it long. She was looking to find Nicole Stewart. Struck now by Richards. Here's a chance now for Brinley Gentle, but it's been kicked away by Kesha Allen. Fauna once more. She was looking to do a long-range strike. Here's a chance now for Smith. Smith now passes it down to Gentle. It's now going to be played. Cabayas now with the advantage. Pass it to Smith. Fauna once more. Blocked beautifully there by Villa. Villa trying to pass it down to Camus, but it's been kicked away by Cabayas. And it will be held there by Eliza Coleman, who was ready to face Brinley Gentle, who was looking to steal the ball away, but she picked it up quickly. Coming into the 39th minute now here at Christie Park. Pepino, McNulty, Villa weighing up her options, down to Allen. Allen passes it now to Scarmadella. Challenged now by Whelan. Looking to get around the Manly youngster. Now will be kicked beautifully. And was looking to go down to McNulty, but it's been intercepted there by Gilbane. Gilbane almost loses the ball there. McNulty ready to apply some pressure. Jackson passes it back to Gilbane. Gilbane dribbles it up. Now be to Gentle. Gentle now to Whelan. Whelan trying to get around Scarmadella. She'll have a strike, but it will be deflected away there by Morgan Roberts. Down to Richards. Richards. Played there by O'Brien. Frustrations by Lauren Phelps, the coach, just down below me. Sanaga has to respond quickly, and she'll just let the ball go out. It came off the feet there of Gilbane. Goal kick to Manly United. To go to Gladesville, I'm sorry. And now some instructions being shouted out by Lauren to Cora Villa. Into the final 5 minutes of play. 40 minutes gone. 41st minute of action here as Camus is looking to try and get the ball. Manly play the advantage. Jackson goes long for Whelan, but that goes a little too long. In fact, that might have been Nicole Stewart, so my apologies there to Ruby Jackson. Another goal kick to Gladesville. Well, Eliza Coleman looking to go towards her right, the eastern side of the field, because everyone starting to bunch up near the scoreboard side. Goes long, looking for Camus. Does get that free header, but that will come off Manly. Throw in now to Gladesville. Pepino now. Down to Villa. Roberts was looking to find Murtagh, but the advantage played there by Richards for Manly. It's stolen back.
Yep, can we go?
Lauren Phelps say, play it. Move forward. That's what she's calling. Kesha Allen passes it back. She was being pressured there by Gentle.
Good, Sarah.
Down now to Roberts. But it's been stolen away by Manly once more. Down to Gentle. She's already scored 3 goals this season. Now it's Smith. Smith weighing up her options. She'll pass it to a chance now for Manly, but it goes across the face. And that'll be a goal kick once more to Manly. No, to Gladesville. I'm sorry, I'll get it right again. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half, excluding stoppage time. And you can hear, not just on the effects mic, but also on my broadcast mic, it's a little windy. It's cool. It's calmed down in terms of the wind around here. It will definitely pick up a little bit as it will be headed by Jackson. Both headed this time by Cabayas and Camus. And it'll be played by Gilbane. But it'll be advantage played by Camus, who slips over in the process. Foul conceded by Manly. Free kick to Gladesville. And it'll be Hannah McNulty that will take the free kick. Another set play in place for both teams. Manly looking to hopefully deny Gladesville another goal. But they want to go 3 up before the break as McNulty comes in. Headed away by Gilbane. Pepino trying to free header that one towards Manly's goal. Challenge for the ball there. And that's Sanaga on the ground. So foul conceded by Manly. They'll get another free kick, Gladesville. Final minute of play before stoppage time. McNulty now. Another set play in place on the 18-yard box. She comes in now, McNulty. It's a long one. Pepino trying to header that one in. But taken away by Drever, denying Gladesville a chance to go 3 up. Drever kicks it long, but she'll find Murtagh instead, and it will be chased by Camus. But Drever saves the day. In fact, here comes Murtagh again. Whelan plays the advantage down to Brinley Gentle. Kicked away by Murtagh. Back for Gladesville. Was looking to find Camus. Will find Villa. Villa goes over the top of the head there of O'Brien. Pepino challenging for the ball. O'Brien plays it. Open space. It's going to be picked up there by Pepino. And the foul has been called by referee Lara Hogan. And it will be a Manly free kick. Foul conceded by Gladesville. As we're into stoppage time now in this first half.
In the box, let's go. Straight away.
And it'll be Alexia Fauna that will line up the free kick. And it'll be a long-range strike as well. She comes in now. Near the 18-yard box. Goes over the top there of Ruby Jackson. And that will go out. Will be a throw-in. So we're approaching the first minutes of stoppage time. Complete into the second minute. And that will do for the first half. It's a great first half for Gladesville. 2 goals to lead the visitors as they're looking for their second win of the season. An own goal by Ruby Jackson earlier in the first half, and then a beautiful header from a corner kick by Hannah McNulty for Leona Camus. So Camus on the scoreboard, as is the own goal there by Manly. Sees the home side, Gladesville, leading 2-0 over Manly United. Hope you're enjoying all the action on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. We'll be back in the next 15 minutes for the second half of action. Gladesville in a comfortable position, but they need probably a little bit more of a buffer. They want to get a couple more goals to make it almost impossible for Manly to come back. But Manly, they're not going to give up without a fight. We'll find out what happens in the remaining 45 minutes of the match very soon.
We're on the other side. Yeah, exactly. go hip twist, turn at 70, ready, go! Open up. Get steady quad on the way back. We're going to go 80 a little bit longer. Make sure you open up. Ready, quick feet. Ready, go. Charge, charge. Good stilettos on the way back. Stilettos on the way back. Good, last one at 80. Open up again. Ready, go, 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 go. Good. Coming out really quickly. Go 80 and then 100. Let's go. Nice big feet. Go, go, go. Hurry, go. Come on, man. Lead. Go. Last one now at 100%. Let's go. Nice big feet and go. Go. Last one. Let's go. Go. Get in, get out. Nice big quick and go. Good. Nice big feet. Go, go, go. Through it all the way through. Good. Love it. Go, 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 go.
It's great to have your company on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel as we're getting ourselves ready for the second half here at Christie Park, aka the Arctic Circle. Gladesville Ravens leading Manly United 2-0. An own goal by Manly's Ruby Jackson and Lena Camus are the goal scorers for Gladesville's efforts so far. No goals yet for Manly, but they've got another 45 minutes to claw back the 2-goal deficit that they're trailing at the moment. So Gladesville running left to right of your monitors for this second half. Manly United right to left is now to be played by Fauna. Down now to... Looks like Grace Arnold is on the field, so the first substitution has been made by Tom Hopley as Cabayas now passes it to Arnold. So Tom Hopley making necessary changes to try and keep Manly in this match. Stewart will now play the advantage, being challenged by Roberts. Let's go to the northwestern corner here at Christie Park. Field 1. Stewart, Arnold, I'm sorry. Goes past and will find McNulty, who spins around. Will find open space, but instead finds Cabayas. Smith. Now, here's a chance for Stewart, but it picked up quickly by Coleman. Down to Pepino, headed back by Jackson. Pepino plays it. Down to O'Brien. Fauna. In fact, that's coming on the field now for Manly is Sarah Moore. So 2 substitutions made by Tom Hopley for Manly as they look to claw back that 2-goal deficit, as I said before. McNulty denying Whelan. Kicks it long. Was looking for Scarmadella. In fact, it was looking for Camus instead. Two down to Gilbane. We'll now pass it to O'Brien. Gilbane now on the eastern side. Going long. Looking, well, we'll find the feet there of Scarmadella, and that'll be a corner to Manly United to be taken by Alexia Fauna. Into the second minute of the second half, into the 47th minute of play. We'll give you around the ground scores shortly from all the matches that are currently being played, with one more to come, with Hills United soon to be kicking off over at Valentine. Open space now. Here's a chance now for Jackson. She goes long. She's looking for Gilbane. Struck away by Sanaga, and that will be a throw into Manly. Fauna. Down now to Stewart. Challenge for the ball there by Scarmadella. Stewart still inside the 18-yard box. Passes it now to Gilbane, and she goes long range. Looking to find Arnold, but that's been deflected away by Manly. Gladesville will have the advantage with the ball, but it'll be intercepted there by O'Brien. Camus is coming in, and Coleman had to quickly deflect that one away. Sorry, that was Jody Driver, I'm sorry. Coleman is at the other end. Fauna now goes long, looking to find Nicole Stewart. Caught successfully there by Coleman. My apologies there to Jody Driver just before. Into the third minute of the second half. Pepino plays the advantage. Down to Camus. Camus now to Sanaga. Here's Pepino with an opportunity. She gets around one. She has a strike, but that will go over the top of the crossbar. Pepino scored 2 goals last week against the Western Sydney Wanderers, and at one point it was looking like Gladesville were going to get their second win of the season, but a big comeback by the Wanderers last week denied. In fact, it was on Monday night, on Easter Monday, denied Gladesville an opportunity to go 2 up for their season. McNulty passes it down now to Coravilla. That'll go out. Manly throw in through Arnold. Smith now. She'll have a strike. But we'll find the hands there of Coleman. As I mentioned, Gladesville looking to get the win last week over the Wanderers, but as I said, a comeback by the Wanderers on Easter Monday saw them win 4 goals to 3. Headed over freely. Down to Smith, headed by Sarah Moore. McNulty. Played now by Scarmadella. Passes it to Pepino. Pepino dances around Jackson. She passes it now to Scarmadella, who kicks it over. Looking to find Camus. Camus will have a strike. Here's a chance now for Sanaga, but it's been intercepted by Arnold. Cabayas now with the ball. Now, Fauna. Sanaga plays it. Intercepted there by O'Brien.
Forward!
Tom Hopley says, let's move the ball forward. Fauna now goes long, looking for Stewart, but it's been headed freely there by Gladesville. Down to Pepino. Pepino with the advantage. She'll now pass it down to McNulty. McNulty goes long. And Camus says, let's just settle things down a little bit. Let's not go too hasty there. Definitely a player with a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge there, Lena Camus. Arnold for Manly. Blocked there by Murtagh. Villa looking to steal it, and Murtagh gets the ball, but it beats saved by Cabayas, and Cabayas plays it as Pepino's looking to steal that one away. Down now to Jackson. Jackson now to O'Brien. O'Brien now to Smith. Here's a chance for Stewart, but it's been blocked away by Kesha Allen. Now it's to Pepino, who played it there from Coravilla, and it's been stolen back by Fauna for Manly. Murtagh now plays it to Pepino, dribbles it, looking to find Camus, but it goes a little too fast, and Camus shows a little bit of frustration as she couldn't play the advantage there. Cabayas down to Fauna once again. She's been very, very effective. Cabecin's coming back into the side after he missed last year. Now it's Arnold with the ball. She'll have a strike. Looking for Brinley Gentle. And Gentle was trying to do a cycle kick there along the ground, but just couldn't really connect with the ball, and it goes down to Coleman instead. As Coleman kicks it long and is looking for Murtagh. Lets that ball bounce. She'll play the advantage. It comes off her body. O'Brien was looking to steal it, and now be played by Roberts. She mistimes it. She kicks the ball in possession, but it's been stolen away by Jackson, involved by Nicole Stewart, and the cause, it's a foul conceded by Gladesville. Manly ball with the free kick. Play settling down a little bit after that flurry of play in the first 7 minutes of this second half. Fauna now to Cabeas. Arnold gets around Sanaga. Now to Smith. Back to Arnold. She'll have a strike. Blocked by Sanaga. Stewart. He scored 2 goals last week. Here's a chance now for Sarah Moore, but she couldn't get it ready to strike. Took a little too long to have an attempt there and was stolen away by Gladesville, but Manly get the ball back with the throw in. Arnold is looking for Smith. And what's the call? It's a Gladesville throw in. Well, whilst we're waiting for to get back underway, quickly give you around the ground scores in all the matches that are happening right now. Full-time scores sees Blacktown getting a win over the Wollongong Wolves getting the win, 3-1 over Blacktown City. O'Brien passes it down now to Sarah Moore, and now headed away by Kesha Allen, down to Pepino. We'll come back to the scores in just a moment. Here's a chance now for Camus, being intercepted there by O'Brien, down to Dreba. Dreba now passes it back to Cabeas as Pepino applies some pressure to Cabeas. So as I said, Wollongong Wolves winning in the NPL New South Wales men's, 3-1 over Blacktown City. A 1-1 draw between Spirit FC and the Western Sydney Wanderers as Smith plays the advantage with that, dribbles it up, looking to try and strike herself. Will now look to pass to Brinley Gentle. She'll have a go, and almost on target, but it goes to the left of the left goal post towards Gladesville's goal, being safely collected there by Coleman. Smith. Now will be Villa. Plays it down to McNulty. Now, Pepino. Pepino goes long, looking to find McNulty on that eastern side, that left edge. She does so. Now, looking to find and dribble it back to Pepino. Pepino plays it, trying to get around Manly. Here's a chance now for Gladesville, but it's been stolen away by Manly through Jackson. Smith looking to take the ball. Cabeas ready to take the pass, the assist there. She does so. She's got Sanaga ready to strike. See Stewart ready to... Well, good block there by Cabeas, but call is foul conceded by Gladesville. By Manly, I'm sorry. Gladesville ball. They'll get the free kick. So just repeating, Wollongong Wolves 3, Blacktown City 1. This is NPL New South Wales men's full-time. Western Sydney Wanderers and Spirit FC 1-1 draw. Sydney FC getting a huge win over St George FC, 4-2. Meanwhile, at half-time, it was 0-0 between Sydney United 58 and St George City FC. Whilst in the women's matches, RPA Leichhardt are leading the Western Sydney Rangers 1-0 at half-time. So they lead a 10-player Western City Rangers side that had a red card given to them in the 7th minute of play. Bulls FC Academy are leading Illawarra 1-0. This is an NPL New South Wales women's, by the way, and the Uni of New South Wales leading Sydney Olympic 1-0. And the last match that's just got underway in the last 20 minutes or so is between Hills United. Let's get back underway over on the eastern side. So Hills United and Sydney Uni, and that is currently 1-1 between those two sides out at Valentine Sports Park. So they're into the 57th minute of play, 56 minutes gone. And it's still Gladesville leading 2-0 over Manly United, with Cabayas now with the ball. But it's been intercepted by Coravilla. Now Pepino. Pepino defends it. Now to Murtagh. She's looking to find there Camus. Sanaga bounces. But the call is it's offside. And it will be a Manly free kick. Advantage taken, but Laura Hogan, the referee, says no, play it properly. Not in position. Murtagh gets the intercept. Here's a chance now for Camus. She's going to come in, as does O'Brien. Gets around one, but unfortunately loses the ball, and it's been picked up there by Drever for Manly. She would have loved to have got a second goal this evening. With the lights now resplendent here at Christie Park. It's still Gladesville's game to win, but it's also theirs to lose. They need to maintain this pressure that they've been applying to Manly for much of the match. As Sunago gets the intercept, plays it now, but it's been, well, interfered there by O'Brien. O'Brien says, I'm innocent, but Gladesville still play the advantage. Scamadella down now to, looks like it's Roberts. No, Roberts on my side of the field. Here's a chance now for McNulty. Goes left to the left goal post. In fact, that was Pepino, I'm sorry. I thought it was McNulty, it was Pepino. The last time I called a goal wrong with Fiji Gisela Pepino, it was with Apia. And that was against Newcastle, or what was the Emerging Jets. Oh, I don't want to get that wrong this time. Manly now looking to play the advantage with Brindley Gentle now. But intercepted away there by Gladesville, and it will be a Manly throw-in on the eastern side. Scamadella. Down now to Pepino. Throw into Gladesville with Scamadella bringing it back into play. Been very impressed with Pepino tonight, I've got to say. She's been very, very effective in her attack. Speaking of which, she'll get the ball. She'll get around Stewart. Will now pass it down to the captain in Morgan Roberts. Roberts. Long kick now by Kilbride. Roberts. Now Murtagh. Murtagh has to kick it long, but will find the head there of O'Brien. She free-headers it away. So does Jackson. But now Murtagh goes long. She's looking for Camus, but that's been kicked away there by Manly. Kesha, Allen has to do something. Oh no! Manly are on the board, and it's an own goal this time by Gladesville. Kesha Allen. She does the cardinal sin that Ruby Jackson did earlier in the match, and Manly get one back. Gladesville Ravens 2, Manly United 1. In the 60th minute of play. Well, they've got a bit of work to do now to hold on to this match, Gladesville. They still have the advantage, but it's a one-goal advantage now. Now things are getting a little bit more aggressive than what they were before. Cabayas comes in, but deflected there by Murtagh. Back towards Pepino. Here's a chance now for Camus. Camus gets around Chloe O'Brien, but it will go straight down the gullet there of Jodie Drever. Free headed there. Villa. No one there to take it for Gladesville, and we'll go down to O'Brien. Speaking of which, I can see a couple of players getting ready down below me for Gladesville. So there'll be some substitutions being made by Lauren Phelps in a very short space of time. Cabayas down to Arnold. Arnold plays it. Down to Jackson. Long now to Stewart. Stewart holds on to the possession of the ball. Smith trying to play the advantage. She does so, but it's been trying to be inside. Here's a chance for Smith. She'll have a strike, but it will be dribbled down to Eliza Coleman safely. 17 minutes gone into the 18th minute of play here at Christie Park. Now, I'm just trying to see. It says like it's Brindley Gentle, but I'm just trying to... not sure. It says Brindley Gentle's the goal scorer here, but... oh, it is Brindley Gentle. So that... I thought it was an own goal, so my apologies to Brindley Gentle. I thought it was an own goal to Gladesville, but Brindley Gentle gets her 4th goal of the season. Well done to Brindley Gentle. So... I thought it was an own goal, but not the case. Pepino strikes it, but comes off Manly. So Brindley Gentle gets her 4th goal of the season, gets Manly on board. Fauna now, down to Cabayas. Cabayas looking to get through Murtagh, but intercepted by Sanaga. Calls for a handball there by Tom Hopley and Manly. They don't get it. Now down to O'Brien. Oh, I feel silly to say that was an own goal by Gladesville to give Manly the lead, but it was Brindley Gentle that gets the goal there. So she adds the 3 goals that she scored against Sydney Olympic back in round 2. From that challenge was Kesh Errol was trying to kick it back to Eliza Coleman, but instead it was Gentle that got her foot on the ball just in time to strike it, and there was no one there to collect it, and goes in. Here's a chance now. Blocked by, well, comes off Manly. Advantage played now by McNulty. Sanaga goes long, looking for Murtagh, but offside's the call. And there will be a substitution being made. Kayla Osborne comes into the side. So the 3rd substitution with Ruby Jackson finishing up for the night.
Come on, keep the intensity here.
And Tom Hopley saying, let's keep up the intensity right now. So 3 substitutions already been made by Manly United. Cabayas. Fauna. They've got one back now. Can they get a second one back to equal the scoreboard? Arnold now. She'll go long. She'll look for Gentle. That will be a Manly ball. Comes off Gladesville. So 65 minutes gone. We're into the 66th minute. Sanaga. Well, it's not Sanaga, I'm sorry. It's Murtagh. Murtagh goes long. She's looking for Camus, but it's been intercepted there by O'Brien. Cabayas. She dribbles it up past the halfway line. Good pass there by Stewart. She was looking for Arnold, but it will find Roberts instead from Gladesville. Roberts trying to strike that, but it comes off Stewart, and foul conceded by Manly. Gladesville ball. Annie Hall's ready to come into the match for Gladesville. So the first substitution's about to be made by Lauren Phelps. Zanaga trying to steal that from Smith. Smith passes it back to Cabayas. Peppering that left edge here, Manly. Fauna goes down now to Stewart. Stewart will look to pass to Arnold. Arnold will try and bring it up towards the 18-yard box. She'll go, well, she was looking to pass it. Instead, will go out and will be a goal kick. Interchange, substitutions about to be made. I'm sorry. Kaylee Shannon coming in, as does Annie Halls and Annie Daxo coming in. Daxo, I'm sorry. So Lena Camus, her night is done, but she's not overly pleased that she's been brought off the field after over an hour of play. A little bit shake of the head. She would have loved to have contributed more. Also coming off the field is Cora Villa. And also finishing up for the night is Hannah McNulty. So Pepino headers that one, and it does Shannon. There were some calls for a foul there from the Gladesville bunker. They're not going to get a foul there. Smith trying to get around Shannon. Sanaga intercepts. Now it'll be played. Long kick down to Shannon. She'll find Pepino. Pepino goes over the top. She's looking now for Shannon. She'll play the advantage here, Shannon. Can she straight? Gets around one. Gets around two. Here's a chance for... No, it's been blocked there by Manly. And that is a lucky save for Manly. Gladesville looking to get one back on Manly after Brindley Gentle got that goal not too long ago to get themselves on the board. And what initially looked like it was a goal by Gladesville, and I apologise to Gladesville for that. Down to Cabayas to Arnold. Advantage played now by Smith, but it's been taken by Annie Daxo. Great to see her back on the field after... Oh! That's a definite foul there, and that'll be the first yellow for the night to Grace Arnold. I was saying that Annie Daxo had just come back from an ACL injury that put her out for much of last year. She came back for her first match of 2026 on Easter Monday, and Grace Arnold is into the book by the referee, Lara Hogan.
Jody, if you get it.
So, free kick to be taken now by Till Kilbride. Kilbride. Here's it. Oh, Dreva saves it. It's been kicked away there by Gilbane. And the call is it's foul. Oh, there's a issue now for... Is that Kesha Allen? It is Kesha Allen. So she's copped a heavy knock. So a bit of a break in play, a much needed break in play for both these sides as they try and talk about what they need to do. Good news is Ellen's okay. She'll temporarily come off the field to be assessed by the trainer. So we're into the 70th minute of the 71st minute of play. 70 minutes gone. Gladesville still have the advantage, but it's now down to a goal as Manly look to try and equalise here. Gilbane now. Down now to Kayla Osborne. Osborne passes it back to Cabayas. Who in turn passes it back to O'Brien. Here's Osborne. Being challenged there by Kelly Shannon. O'Brien now. Goes long, looking for Gentle. Moore now with the ball. Here's a strike now by Gilbane, but was looking to find it. Nicole Stewart, but instead Stewart just wasn't able to get her foot on the ball there to strike it and put Manly equal with Gladesville on the scoreboard. Good strike there by Gilbane. Spoke to Phoebe before the match. She said, I asked her about the goal that she scored against MacArthur back in round 1. She said, if I only get one goal this year, that's it. I only had one goal last year. I'm happy to get one goal this year. So she's very happy with that. Osborne has a chance now. Weighs up her options down to Cabayas. Cabayas now being pressured there by Shannon. O'Brien now. Here's a chance now. Scarmadella. And that'll be a Gladesville ball. Over on the eastern side. Looking to extend that lead here, Gladesville. Scarmadella. Goes long. Looking for Shannon, but it's been taken there by Drever. Manly looking to play the advantage. Good pass too, but intercepted there by Roberts. Daxo. Challenge for the ball there by Stewart. Roberts goes long. Down to Pepino. Cabayas comes in, tries to steal it away. She does so. Good challenge. Osborne, here's a chance now. Now Sanaga, but it's been taken by Drever. 70 minutes remaining in this match, plus stoppage time. This is a very close contest. It's hard to pick who's going to win this one. Daxo knees that one off, but it goes down to Cabayas. Cabayas dribbles it up, passes it now to Arnold. Arnold dribbles it up, looking for Osborne, but she stops. Passes it now to Smith. Smith goes back to, well, Arnold was trying to go long. They found Gladesville instead, but Manly get the ball back. Cabayas. Osborne. Well, that was O'Brien, I'm sorry. Down to Arnold. Arnold. Dribbles it up. Gets through Pepino. Here's a chance for Stewart. Stewart now. Opportunity now for Sarah Moore, but taken away there by Scarmadella for Gladesville. O'Brien now on the eastern side. She'll go long. Oh, here's a chance. And they do get in! No! Goes out. Offside is the call anyway. Oh, Nicole Stewart had the perfect chance to equalise the scoreboard for Manly, but offside's the call there by the assistant referee, Oliver Corey. So goal kick to Gladesville. And she looks to be winded too, Liza Coleman. Now this could see potentially a substitution for goalkeepers here for Gladesville. Michaela Kent ready to get the gloves on. As they tend to Eliza Coleman. Whilst they're waiting, Anita Zorden comes into the match to replace Hallie Smith. And see Lena Camus just talking to Laura Murtagh. Just some words of encouragement. Good news is Eliza Coleman is okay. So at the moment, Michaela Kent not required. It's always good to have that substitute goalkeeper on standby. Chelsea McCready, the substitute goalkeeper for Manly. Gilbane now deflects that one away from Sanaga. O'Brien will come and get it. Shannon applying some pressure as Drever settles the play. Down to Cabeas. On the left side now. Pepino coming in. Murtagh now going to apply some pressure to Arnold. Arnold does a little bit of dancing around with the ball. Cabeas back again now. He'll pass it to Osborne. Good block there by Murtagh. They get it away now. Gladesville, Sanaga plays the advantage. Looking for Shannon. Shannon with the advantage. She'll dribble it up towards the 18-yard box. She'll have a strike of the ball, but Driver saves it for Manly. Into the final 15 minutes of play. Daxo looking for Pepino. Pepino challenging Osborne for the ball. Bit of a grab there, but nothing more than that. O'Brien goes long. Looking now for Moore. Moore playing on the eastern side. We'll have Scamadella to apply some pressure. Gilbane now be gentle. And Osborne again. Roberts having a fall there, but she's up and okay. Into the 88th minute of play, 78th minute of play, I'm sorry. Gladesville still holding on to that 1-goal advantage. 2 goals to 1 in favour of the home side. Corner now to Manly, and it will be Alexia Fauna that will take the corner. This potentially to put Manly equal with Gladesville. But Gladesville are going to do everything they can not to allow Manly to get that equaliser. And they do just that. Scamadella free-heading that one over the top. And it'll be another corner to Manly. Cabeas gets out of the way for Manly. Fauna lines it up. Again over the top. And this time it'll be a goal kick to Gladesville. Came off ahead there of Manly. Well, we're approaching full time in some of the matches in NPL New South Wales Women's as Ariel Cabellas finishes for the night. Mackenzie Jeffs, who played in the under-23s match earlier this afternoon, comes on to substitute for Ariel Cabellas. She's played well tonight, Ariella. Well done to her. Great to see her back in NPL New South Wales Women's, and she's been a very worthy addition to the Manly side this year. Shannon plays the advantage, but it's been intercepted there by Manly. Still looking for that equaliser to take a draw away, or even a win if they can still get it. There's still time for that to happen. Long kick now. This time there by Roberts. Chased now by Jeffs. She's got some very strong legs on her, but unfortunately that will be a goal kick to Gladesville. Into the 80th minute of play now here at Christie Park. It's still anyone's contest. Oh, there's a header there by Gilbane. That was caused by Laura Phelps. Say that was... Here's a chance now. Pepino and Shannon ready to apply some pressure to Manly. Zordon comes off to Daxo. Daxo now to Pepino. She passes it back now to Murtagh. Murtagh has Stewart coming in to try and steal the ball away. She'll play it. Dribbles it and now to Daxo. Daxo was looking to pass it back to Murtagh, but that will go out and that'll be... Well, I thought it might have been a Manly throw-in, but it looks like it is a Gladesville throw-in, which it is. I came off the foot of Manly there. We're into the final 10 minutes of this match, plus stoppage time. Here's a chance. Headed away by Shannon. Kicked away now by Arnold, by O'Brien. played there by Manly, but it will be taken back by Roberts. Played by Daxo. Shannon now to Pepino, but kicked away by O'Brien. Down now to Jeffs. Challenge there by Kilbride. Kilbride will kick it long over the top, down to Shannon. She keeps it in play. O'Brien Osborne challenging for the ball, and that'll be a foul to conceded by Manly, and that'll be a Gladesville free kick, a much needed free kick as well. Kilbride is it going to be Kilbride or Annie Daxo? It will be Daxo that will take the free kick. Goes short instead to Murtagh. She'll go long now, but we'll find Jodie Drever instead. Drever will kick it long this time, and she'll look to find Brinley Gentle, but been free-headed there by Gladesville, but back to Manly. Here's a chance. Now Stewart to try and equalise, but it's been deflected away by Gladesville, and that will be a corner. Is it a corner? Oops, I didn't mean to put my microphone there. No, it's a throw in. Osborne. Stewart. Gentle ready to try and strike that one to the back of the net, but Coleman denies Gentle. O'Brien kicks long, down to Jeffs, and she's looking for Gentle. Here's a chance. Kilbride denying Gladesville. They'll get the ball back. Daxo passes it down to Shannon. Shannon gets it away from Stewart. Comes in. Oh, she'll have to move it quickly. Sanaga will now play the advantage, but it'll be taken there quickly by Drever. In fact, it was Murtagh, not Sanaga. My apologies to Murtagh. Roberts. Here's a chance for Pepino, but Osborne, in fact it was Arnold, striking that one away. Calls for a foul there by Gladesville, but not coming. Pepino now once more. She's dribbling it up. She's looking now for Shannon, but that one will go way left. It'll be a goal kick to Gladesville. To Manly, I'm sorry. Get my teams right. 6 minutes remaining in this match. We're into the 85th minute of play. Daxo. Played now by Anita Zorden. Zorden dribbles it up. Will pass it now to back to Arnold. In fact, Stewart, I'm sorry. She was looking for Jeffs. But Jeffs saying, where was that? And that'll be a goal kick to Gladesville as they just need to hang on to get that 3 points they so desperately wanted last week against the Western Sydney Wanderers. Final 5 minutes of play now. It is still Gladesville 2, Manly 1. Manly getting on the board through Brinley Gentle. It was the own goal by Ruby Jackson, and then it was Lena Camus with that header. They have them in front. Osborne passes it back now to Drever. Drever will go long. She'll look now for Stewart, but will find Morgan Roberts' head instead. She free headers it. They'll go around Roberts. Chased now by Stewart. Down to Fauna. And that one will be a Manly throw in. You got a sense it might be a grandstand finish coming up. Pepino being challenged there by Fauna. Daxo kicks it long. She's looking for Shannon. Shannon and Gilban challenge for the ball. Play on is the call. There was calls for a foul. And that'll be a Gladesville ball. Gladesville looking to seal the deal and get the 3 points. They have it at the moment, but it's not a done formality just yet. As Roberts, the captain, she'll be very happy with how things have gone tonight. Shannon ready to come in. Murtagh ready to take it, but it's been headed back to Roberts. Be intercepted by Osborne for Manly. Down now to Gentle, but it's been taken back by Gladesville. It'll be a Manly ball. Stewart brings it in. They know time's running out. The least they can do is at least a draw. Here's a chance now for Jess, but it comes headed off there by Gladesville. Stewart. Daxo with the ball. She'll go long. We'll find Arnold. Now Fauna. Now to Gilbane. And Gilbane will kick it long. Who will she find? She'll find Gentle. In fact, it's Jeffs. Jeffs now to Osborne. Osborne intercepted there by Gisela Pepino. Pepino dribbles it up past the halfway. She'll pass it now to Daxo. Daxo looking to get around Fauna. Here's a chance for Shannon, but it doesn't bounce the way she wanted it. And Dreva saves it for Manly. 88th minute now of play. Pepino, you've got to think that she might do something magical here, as will all the others. Murtagh will now play the advantage. She gets around Osborne. That comes off. Is it off Fauna or is it off Gladesville? What's the call? It's a Well, Manly get the free throw in. Here's a chance for Stewart. Kilbride kicks it long, but there's no one there for Gladesville to play the advantage. Time's fast running out for Manly to get a draw here. Oh, General's trying to kick that over the top of her head, but it bounces into her face instead. Roberts kicks it long. Murtagh was looking to take it, but it's been intercepted there by Arnold. It will go out. Substitutions coming on now for Gladesville. Phoebe Riley wearing jersey 33. She's usually wearing jersey 30, but it's Mika Sanaga that will be finishing for the night. She's almost done a full 90 minutes of play. She's done well. And Phoebe Riley comes on in jersey 33. There'll definitely be some stoppage time added on as Roberts barks instructions, brings it back into play. Shannon plays it, headers it off. Now down to, Daxo. What's the call? It's a foul conceded by Gladesville, and Callie Shannon said, I didn't do anything wrong. Comes off the head there of Annie Halls. Daxo. Stewart steals it back for Manly. Played now by Riley. Last minute of play before stoppage time. We're in the 90th minute. O'Brien kicks it long for Gentle. Halls intercepts that back. Down to Shannon. That offside's the call by Grace Williams, the assistant referee. There's some frustrations there from Manly's Burrow. Gilbane will get the free kick for Manly. Time's running out to salvage a draw. As they look, it's actually Alexia Fauna that will take the free kick. Staring down the barrel of a second defeat for this season. They've had 2 wins, 2 draws, and the 1 loss. Fauna comes in long, but saved brilliantly. But unfortunately for Eliza Coleman, she takes it out, and that'll be a corner to Manly. We're in stoppage time now. This will be a very big win for Gladesville if they can hold on for however time is left. Fauna ready to line it up. She comes in. Coming off the head there of Jess, but Scarmadella plays the advantage. They play it now, Gladesville, but it goes down to Stewart. It was in no man's land for Gladesville. O'Brien down to Gilbane. Gilbane kicks it long. She's looking for Gentle, but it goes over the top of the crossbar. It would have been a brilliant goal for Phoebe Gilbane if that was on target. It just bounced over the top. Heading into the 2nd minute of stoppage time now. Comes off the head there of Osborne. Moore. Looking to get around Annie Halls, but that will go out. Well, the 3 points looks more likely than ever now for Gladesville. But they just need to hold on in the remaining stoppage time. It's left for almost 2 minutes done. Manly kick that away, but they find Daxo instead. Daxo looking to find Shannon. It will be chased by O'Brien. O'Brien will head of that back, but picked up by Drever. And Drever saves the day. And that will do it for Gladesville. They get the 3 points and get a big win over one of the competition front runners, Manly United. 2-1, and the 2 goals came in the first half. An own goal for Manly, and Lena Camus with the match winner. That header from the corner of Hannah McNulty, sealing the deal. They did concede 1 goal in the second half to Manly through Brinley Gentle, who got a 4th goal of the season. Initially looked like it was an own goal by Kesha Allen, but it was Brinley Gentle that got her foot on the ball and struck it into the back of the net to get within 1 point. But in the end, full-time score, Gladesville Ravens 2, Manly United 1. What a win for Gladesville, their 2nd win of season 2026. And I think there'll be some very, very happy fans here tonight at Christie Park. Thank you for listening, and thank you for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. There's more matches to come throughout the season here through NPL New South Wales men's and women's. Hope you can join us throughout the season. There's more to come, but for now, it's a very good night from Christie Park. Gladesville get the 3 points, a big win over Manly United. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.